ça ne donnerait pas plus que ça. Que la terre n'est pas assez ronde pour m'épaudir autant toi. Parce qu'on est bien tous les deux quand on est ensemble deux. Et puis on a tous les deux. Quand on s'aime comme deux, on pourrait changer de planète. Tant que mon cœur près du tien, j'entends les flambeaux de la fête. Et la terre n'y est pour rien. Oh oui, parlons de la terre, pour qui elle se prend la terre. Ma part, il y a qu'elle sur terre, il y a quelques
品味时尚，品味生活，欢迎大家来到时尚心得，这里是阿德带给您的最新报道。那么接下来呢，让我们有请来自 Alberta 的 Superstar Paul Hardy. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Congratulations, and I love your show. It's so brilliant. And could you just simply talk about your inspiration for that?
Well, the initial inspiration was really taking the idea of living your life outside of sort of secure circumstances, not existing at the mercy of your, profession being defined by a career or a way of life, because I think often it can inhibit you from really living in a full way. And so the way I wanted to convey that was by clashing color palettes and textures and even detailing in a way, and deconstructing it to break it down to be more a visual interpretation of that school of thought.
That's so great, and I feel that you bring us to travel around Alberta, and those kind of feeling impress so much because I saw the globe. It's very impressive, and because I grew up in north of China, it's very cold there, and quite a few those kind of circumstances. So how could you play with different the materials, it shows very strong while you combine with your clothing?
Well, I've always worked with the concept of layering textures and fabrications more than I have prints, because I feel like it's a lot more intellectual in a way and understated, but it has a lot of depth to it. And I come from Alberta, and the climate there is very erratic, and it can be warm in the middle of December or cold in, April, May. And so we focus a lot on creating pieces that you can layer up, so that, whether you're going from indoors to outdoors or, warm to hot climates, a lot of the pieces end up becoming all-season type of garments. And so that's why I was mixing these concepts of sheers with, leathers or sheers with fur, because I think a lot of people, are dressing that way, particularly even because of global warming and that whole concept. It's really changing the way people are purchasing their clothes.
Yeah, exactly. And I noticed another point is that you have the skirt, with the big flowers, and is it all handmade?
They are all handmade. What we did is we actually took layers of the fabrics and we layered them all and stitched them and slashed them and we wanted them almost to look like frosted roses. So you see this icicle kind of quality, and I thought that worked really well for the whole idea of bringing flowers into the fall and winter, is this almost frozen type of. So it was both fierce and feminine at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel that the color, quite, matching very harmony. It feels, it's the girls show off the elegant, although still with the fur, it still feels very comfortable. Could you just describe your definition for your customer style, or?
Well, we really design the collection to appeal to the state of mind of the customer as opposed to their physiological age. So I have clients who are in their mid to late 20s all the way up to, I think our oldest client is 76 or something like that. And they both wear the same pieces.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's not specific for those kind of...
Yeah.
I agree.
And so I mean, the collection is quite intellectual in the sense that, they don't have a lot of hanger appeal. They really need to be educated about how to wear the clothes, and they don't really sell themselves. But once you get women into them and they understand the concept behind it, they can see how practical it is. And we have season after season building a loyal client following that just keep on adding to the wardrobe to create like a small collection that all mixes and matches season after season. And so we hear ladies saying, I have all these pieces in my wardrobe, but yours are the ones that I wear the most. And so it's a real big compliment to hear that, they feel like they made a wise investment. And that's important to me because I don't want people to buy my clothes and feel like it was a regrettable purchase.
Oh, thank you so much. And there's one more thing I really want to know. How could we get those new clothing?
You can actually go to our website, and we have a listing of locations. And you can also come to Calgary to our freestanding store. And we have capsule collections that we design that are not offered anywhere else. So you can find unique and exclusive things to that shop.
Thank you so much. I really hope you could open a shop in north of China because it's really very cold in winter also. It's half a year in snow. So seriously, you have a big market there.
We're looking at possibly doing some shows in China in maybe this summer. So hopefully, yeah. So I'll keep that in mind for sure. Yeah.
Is this show in which city in Shanghai, Beijing, or?
I think it might be in Beijing actually. There's been an interest expressed in us doing a show for Canada Day in Beijing, China, and so on July 1st. So we'll see. We're still in talks and negotiation. But hopefully it will work out, and we're really looking forward to that opportunity if it comes about.
Okay, anyway, we are looking forward to see you in Beijing, and I hope you could get a big market in China soon. Thank you.
Love that too.
Thank you.